Hey, coin folk, back with that box of quarters I was talking about. We're gonna cut into them here. See if hopefully got circulated if nothing else. Jeez, excuse me. And hopefully jump in and find some goodies. Well, we'd have circulated, so that's definitely a plus. And I don't know. I guess we'll get started, get busted in. Hopefully, find some silver. It's been a minute since I found any silver and any quarter rolls. But we'd also settle for any, anything good. Varieties, errors, W's, whatever we can find, I guess. But I'll bring you back in when we find some. All right, so we're on roll 9 of the box. Getting ready to watch Indigon Demons. Great unveil here. Excited. He did well in the last one. Hopefully he does well in this one. So far, these are my finds, if you want to call them. These two coins here were like stuck together. They actually had them soaked overnight just to get them separated. So, if nothing else, I at least made a dime on this box. We had one San Francisco business strike. It's not in great shape. Doesn't look like it was a good strike to begin with. It's got a pretty severe amount of dye deterioration on it. But under the scope here, we got a Saratoga. It looks to me like this in here is doubling, but I don't see it listed anywhere. There's quite a few listed where there's doubling, like in this area and up in this open area here. And I don't know. To me, it looks like doubling, but I'm not seeing any confirmed listings anywhere. So if you have any thoughts on that, chime in. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to get back to this, and I'll get back to you eventually. Still on roll 9 here, and come across this Maria Tall Chief with a little dye chip here in her hair. I really haven't come across many of the Tall Chief quarters at all yet. Uh, Hoping to come across one and find something new or interesting on it, but that's about as new and interesting as we got. So, congratulations, Indigon. The results were awesome. Shows you how slow I go through rolls of quarters. Well, I guess I kept stopping and watching, but anyways, we'll come bring it back in, find something else. So same roll, watching a little Q&A now. These are the type of coins you miss if you don't watch these guys. Stunning. That's all I got to say. But a little less stunning. We got what is this, Homestead under the scope here, and I believe we got a little doubling right above the pump handle there, right in this area. I'll have to look it up and see if it's a listed variety or if I'm just crazy and it's damaged. But if I find something, I'll see if I can figure out how to pop it in there. Oh, and they're also, now that I'm looking at it a little closer, is this might be a little light doubling right here in this window as well. But and maybe even a touch down there. I don't know. I'll have to get in there and look it up. But just thought I'd bring you in more to show you this than that. But I'll stop shaking you around now. So we're on roll 12 here. Watching a little ATOG over here. Original ATOG. He's going through his little coin dealer stash of penny rolls. If you haven't watched that, it's a pretty cool little series he's doing. I got an Eleanor Roosevelt under the scope here. It's got a pretty cool die crack from all the way down in the rim up through. It's kind of hard to see after it passes through the U, but it's there. And then ends up in this like interior die break over here, right on I don't know what the arm of the scale or whatever that is. I don't think I've seen this one before, so that's pretty cool for me. But That's about all I see on it. Looked around to see if I saw anything else. Sometimes if you get one kind of cracked, you might find something else just because the die's wearing down a little bit, but pretty cool. And hopefully I'll find something else and I'll bring you back in. Hey, so we're on roll 18 here. Trying to plow through this box. I got some more stuff I got to go to the bank and pick up today and drop off some sales at the post office. I'm trying to run through them real quick here, but we got a 2019 River No Return. Unfortunately, it's not the W, but we got just a little grease strike through on the motto here. Nothing crazy, but just thought I'd bring you in and share. I'm gonna jump back in, try to get this done, and I'll bring you back in if we find something else. So we're on roll 23 here. We got another Eleanor Roosevelt quarter. Got that similar die crack up into a little die chip, die break, whatever you want to call it in there. And then if we zoom up past Eleanor's mug here, there's another die chip up here, top of the hat, or I guess not top of the hat, but in the hat brim. It's about as exciting as we got so far out of this roll. So we'll jump back in. Might be a little die depression there too. Maybe start of a little break. But and some little chip action down here. So we got chips everywhere on this one. But we'll jump back into this roll and I'll bring you back in if we find something else. So apparently this is the roll of die chips. Because we got Washington crossing the Delaware here with a little decent sized die chip. Just barely up into the bottom of the E there. Not the big giant one. Haven't found one of those yet, but and the coin's a little dirty, but she's a little bit of a find. So we'll be back. Hey folks, so we're back in here on roll 29 of the box here. And for half a second, or okay, for more than half a second, I was so excited. I thought I finally found the Salt River Bay double die. Well, I guess I found a Salt River Bay double die, but I've been wanting to find the big one for a while here, and this is the less than big one, but it's still cool. I mean, it's a nice double die. You can kind of see the on the motto, the doubling on probably the G and the O are the easiest to see it on. Get that kind of cat's eye look in kind of the middle of the O there, and then the extra thickness on this side of the G and on the O, kind of on both sides. Upper right and lower left is kind of the easiest spot to see it. And you could also see the notching on the top part of the Y here. It's kind of an easy spot to pick up on as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't the big one. I don't know. I haven't seen the what is it though? I guess double die number 1 on both Wexler and Variety Vista. And this one he actually isn't even listed on Variety Vista. It's only on Wexler. Because I looked on Variety Vista at first and I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, I know this is doubled. And then so I went over to Double Die Wexler's site and was able to find it on there. And I think it's WDDO number 3 on Wexler's. And speaking of that, while I was on there, I went ahead and looked up this homestead that we had earlier while I was on there with the doubling on the pump handle, kind of right above, and what is it, L2, kind of right above like the top of the the pump handle there. And I believe this is WDDR number 17. Also on doubledie.com. But oh, excuse me. Sorry, I've been coughing like crazy all day. But still plugging through this box, so we're gonna jump back in and hopefully bring you back in for something else. All right, folks. So we're back on roll number 30 here, and got a 2023 Edith Kanaka quarter under the scope here. Got George got a little acne problem, got a little bump down on his chin, up on his nose, and then the dot chips just keep coming on the reverse. Got Kanaka here. She's got one kind of right here above her eyebrow. Another pretty good size one up here, right under of, on top of the mountain or whatever that's there, little hill, whatever that is. And then down here, and this is pretty common. You'll see this quite a bit if you're looking. All this dye chipping in the letters here, but just thought it was pretty cool. If it was just like one or two of those, I probably wouldn't bother coming in to show you, but just since there is so much going on one coin, figured I'd bring you in, share, and get back to it. So we're back, actually still on the same roll with another Salt River Bay here. A fairly strong doubling on the upper part of the root here, this kind of little chunk right here. On the left side of the root is just doubling. I really still don't understand how it only doubles part of a device like that. I can't really say that I understand that part of it, but I believe it's what was it on Wexers? I think it was number 10, WDDR number 10, and so pretty cool. I've been looking for one of these. There's quite a few actually, the kind of doubling in this general area, both on this side and on the other. Been looking for some of them, but this is the first one I've actually come across, so it's pretty cool. And hopefully I'll bring you back in for something else. So we're back on roll 32 here. Got a Cumberland Gap under the scope. It's not, I wouldn't say common, but it's kind of a thing that I've looked for before. There's sometimes some dye chips up right on top of his hat and up here on his shoulder, which we don't really have any of that here, but one that I've never found before or seen before. He got a huge dye chip on the back side of his arm going down kind of on the back side of the powder horn, maybe if that's what this is. I'm not real sure, but it's pretty cool. Hadn't seen that one before, so I figured I'd just bring you in and show it to you, and we'll jump back in and see what else we can find. So we're back here on roll 36. Got a Harper's Ferry under the scope here with a little doubling on these two windows here and here. I looked it up. It's a WDDR 112. Took me a minute to get to it, but I did eventually find it. So I thought I'd bring it in and show it to you. And I'm going to jump back in and see what else we can find. So we're back actually next day going through roll 40 over here and got a low under the scope. It's got some extra dye chip action going on up here in the tower. Both kind of over here. Where's my pen? There we go. And then also up kind of in the little opening or window here. Just thought I'd bring in a little bit of something to start the morning with, and jump back in and see what we can find. So on roll 42, bringing you back in here, we got a Maya Angelou under the scope with a VDDR number 3 with some doubling down in here under the earring there. See if I can kind of move around a little bit. It doesn't want to show up the greatest, but it's there. I found quite a few of these actually. Haven't found any of the other DDRs. There's at least 4 that I know of, on all kind of centered around the same area with the typical I guess, kind of point to start on modern stuff is kind of right in the center of your design. But just a little bit of something to bring in to show you. And we'll jump back in and see what else we might find. All right, folks. So we're winding down here on roll 47 of the box. I got a Teddy Roosevelt under the scope here with a pretty good sized little interior die break on the bottom part of the rein here. Just pretty cool. I was hoping for one of the DDRs when every time I throw Teddy Roosevelt under the scope, but found this instead. So it's a nice little consolation prize, I guess. But we'll jump back in, finish up these last couple rolls, and if I find something else, I'll bring you back in. All right, folks. Hey, we're back on roll 39 or 49 here in the box. Almost done. Got an anime Wong under the scope. I've always liked this reverse, and I always felt like it was fraught with opportunities to find something cool. But all I've really ever found on is maybe a little die chip here and there. Nothing on this reverse. But speaking of die chips, we got George here with a quite a little bump on his nose there. I don't know what causes. I don't know why it breaks down so often on the nose and the chin. But you find these quite a bit. This one's pretty beat up, so thinking it'll just go back into circulation. But we're almost wrapped up, so I figured I'd bring this guy back in, show it to you, and jump back in, see what we can find. And if I find anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. Alright, so we wrapped up this box. No silver, no W's, no foreigns, nothing crazy. But we did have quite a few little side finds, little varieties or errors. So, at least it was stuff to keep me interested as I kept going. But we wrapped up that box. Down here watching Dirty Water, getting ready to jump into his Unk roll of 1980s. Let's wish him luck. And as we watch that, we're going to move on over to this. So this will be a separate video. And once again, good luck, Vinny. All right. Later, folks.